Welcome back, everyone. We're in the middle of squaring up the options positions on our book right now, ahead of AUBEX today. To be honest, if the options are only slightly in the money, we're going to be fine getting called away ahead of the weekend. Jim Cramer's been very visual about raising cash ahead of the healthcare vote this weekend. We've tried to be very selective about where we made purchases in the past couple of weeks. Our Teva acquisition has been a monster good move. All our dip buys from yesterday, except Fuqi, are holding up extremely well. Boston Scientific has gone extremely well so far, and we hope particular holding not only holds up but goes up. We want to reiterate that warning on Fuqi. That's not just a disclaimer or a joke about being prepared to lose everything in this name. This is a highly speculative stock. We will not attempt to call a bottom in this clearly falling knife. A U.S. law firm is now looking at a class action lawsuit on Fuqi International now, and the stock is approaching $10 a share now. Depending on where the revised EPS number comes in after the SG&A expense is corrected, the stock may or may not keep its single-digit PE. Right now, the stock trades at 5.08 with forward PE at 5.67. The PEG is 0.21, probably the lowest of any company we follow. Every single one of those numbers will change when earnings are restated. But even if earnings are cut in half, a huge reduction, you'd still be looking at a PE of only 10.12, and a new PEG would be 0.37 instead of 0.21. Even if growth estimates are cut in half, you'll still get a PEG of less than 1, in fact 0.75 to be exact. If it's as simple as they goofed a number and then carried it over quarter after quarter, which, have you seen the balance sheets, cash flow statements, etc.? Seriously, if you get one number wrong, it usually means a whole lot of other numbers are wrong. If they're cooking the books, by all means, there's a problem. But we'll bank on a mistake and see where the numbers take us. It's not like this is some exotic business that the Chinese created. It's jewelry. And the companies in the U.S. that do the same thing are virtually on fire because the demand has come back so strongly for the product. Aside from adding to your position in Fuqi, we'd really like to see you hold tight today. The markets are selling off. The NASDAQ is down nearly 1%, and the Dow and S&P are down 0.5%. There's a lot of uncertainty as to what the vote on healthcare will mean for both stocks and our economy. We have lots of puts for May and June, so if we see a sharp decline, we'll be looking to sell out of those positions to raise cash. We also have cash between 5 and 10% of the portfolio, and we have a shopping list on the desk that has about a dozen names that we're frankly hoping go down. We come out of the weekend with a rally intact, well, then we'll count ourselves fortunate that our puts don't expire until the middle of what is usually a seasonally weak time of year for stocks anyway. That being the old sell in May and go away saying. We went back and looked at the 5 years from May 1st to July 6th. The market is either flat or down over that period. That's why we chose May and June to put options to own. It gives us protection all the way until those dates, and statistically, we think we have a good shot of making money on those options. Even if things turn around by the end of July and August, we will likely not make it all the way to June expiration before we cut bait on these options and take our profits. Well, time to get back to watching the NCAA basketball tournament. Hope your bracket is doing better than the markets are today. Yesterday had 6 double-digit ranked teams into the next round, tied for the most since 1991, nearly 20 years ago. This field of 65 is as even from top to bottom as we've ever seen. Good luck to you in your bracket. Watch a lot this weekend and have some cash lying around your portfolio, and don't be afraid to spend some money on a few insurance policies, puts, for your favorite names in your portfolio so you will not be tempted to sell them when you really don't want to. You can also sell calls to finance the put buying and have a collar, a strategy we've talked about many times before. We hope your teams win, and we'll see you on Monday.